Hey there, and welcome. So, are you ready to spice up your English vocabulary with some really cool phrases? Today, we're diving into some fantastic winter idioms that are going to help you sound way more like a native speaker. Let's jump right in.
You know that feeling, right? You're in a conversation, everything's going great, and then someone uses a phrase that just makes no sense, even though you know every single word. It can really feel like you're being left out in the cold, kind of struggling to keep up.
Well, the secret is usually idioms. They're these colorful, creative expressions that native speakers use all the time without even thinking about it. Honestly, they're like a key that unlocks a whole new level of fluency. So, you ready to open that door? We're going to do it together.
All right, let's get to the good stuff. Here are 5 cool expressions for you. We're going to break each one down so you can start using them with total confidence.
First up, to be snowed under. I mean, just look at this picture. It says it all, right? It means you are so completely overwhelmed with work or tasks that you feel buried, just like you're trapped under a giant pile of snow.
So, how would you use this? Well, imagine your friend asks you to hang out, but you've got a ton of stuff to do. You can just say, "Oh, I'd love to, but I'm completely snowed under this week." It's the perfect way to say you're incredibly busy.
Okay, next on our list, tip of the iceberg. You know how with a real iceberg, you only see a tiny bit sticking out of the water? Well, that's exactly it. This idiom means that what you're seeing is just a small, visible part of a much, much bigger problem that's hidden from view.
You see how that works? A few complaints might not sound like a huge deal, but they could be a sign that something is seriously wrong underneath. It's a great phrase for when a small issue points to a much bigger one.
All right, number 3 is a super useful one you'll use all the time. Break the ice. This one is perfect for any social situation. It just means to say or do something that gets a conversation started and helps people feel more relaxed and comfortable, especially when meeting for the first time.
This is a classic example. We've all been there, right? A new class, a work meeting, a party where you don't know anyone. A simple game or a question is a great way to break the ice and get people talking.
Now for our 4th idiom, the snowball effect. Just picture a tiny snowball rolling down a huge, snowy mountain. What happens? It picks up more and more snow, right? It gets bigger and faster and becomes this unstoppable force. That's exactly what this means. A situation that starts out really small but grows very, very quickly.
And that's a perfect example of a positive snowball effect. One small thing led to something massive. But, and this is important, remember it can go the other way too. A small rumor can create a negative snowball effect and turn into a huge problem.
And for our last one, oof. Just thinking about it gives me chills. Walking on thin ice. Can't you just feel that scary crackle under your feet? This phrase means you are in a really risky, delicate situation where one wrong move could lead to serious trouble.
Wow, you can totally feel the pressure in that sentence, can't you? Jake is in a very dangerous spot. This idiom is perfect for capturing that feeling of being in trouble and needing to be super, super careful.
Okay, so we've broken them down one by one, but how do they sound all together, in a real context? Let's follow a guy named Alex on his very eventful first day at a new job.
Okay, so meet Alex. To break the ice, he does something nice, brings donuts for everyone. Smart move, right? But pretty soon, that good feeling is gone because he is immediately snowed under with a mountain of work. What a start.
So Alex gets to work, and he starts noticing a few little complaints here and there. But oh no, he quickly realizes they're just the tip of the iceberg. The problem is huge, and because of it all, he misses a deadline, and now he knows he's walking on thin ice with his new boss. The pressure is definitely on.
But don't worry, there's a happy ending. Alex digs in, finds one tiny bug, and fixing it creates a snowball effect. One fix leads to another, and soon the entire system is working perfectly. He totally saved the day. What a turnaround.
All right, you've seen the idioms, you've heard them in a story. Now it's your turn. Time for a little brain freeze quiz to see what you remember. You ready?
Okay, here we go. Fill in the blank. The small success with our first customer created a what? Soon, everyone wanted our product. Which idiom fits there? Take a second to think about it.
Did you get it? The answer is, of course, snowball effect. That small success started growing and growing, gaining momentum until it was huge. Awesome job if you got that right.
Fantastic job. You were absolutely on your way to becoming an idiom pro. Let's just do a super quick recap of your new verbal toolkit.
Okay, here they are, the 5 key phrases from today. Remember, being snowed under, seeing just the tip of the iceberg, knowing how to break the ice, creating a snowball effect, and, of course, trying not to be walking on thin ice.
All right, before you go, I have a question for you. What is a really cool, interesting, or funny idiom from your own native language? I'd love to hear it. Share it in the comments below so we can all learn from each other. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.